All right, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day. We'll get right to the news. We've got a couple of odd issues to cover, actually. Mostly this is going to be a Bant stream because I figure less people are going to tune in on Valentine's Day. They're busy fucking. I hope that some of you will be doing that later, actually. Go and get fucked. In a good way, by the way. But we've got to talk about Donald Trump and the mugshot portrait. That's fucking hilarious, by the way. And a few other things. RFK Jr. has been confirmed, so we'll talk about that separately. I didn't bother docketing anything in the actual links because, all of you know about that anyway. But yes, Trump apparently has hung a photo of his mugshot just outside the Oval Office. Absolute mad lad. That's one hell of a move, by the way. And it's one of my favorite things that he's done, actually. He probably did that for a reason. I shouldn't wonder. Everyone's clanking away. And oh, Dave, have you washed your ass today? Not yet. I'll be doing that later. I do need to take a shower. And redress my wound, of course. But yeah, Donald Trump hanging his mugshot just outside the Oval Office is like an absolute mad lad move. So yeah. Also, again, 75,000 federal workers have taken the Trump buyout. That's about 3% of the federal workforce, by the way. I would say that that's an improvement, a mild improvement. But at the same time, any improvement that you can get, you can get. So yeah, we're basically just going to be banting. People can send me super chats or rumble rants, and I'll discuss, whatever news topics that you happen to be inclined to discuss. And that's Friday. That's it's the end of the week. I'm going to be Ozzy Osbourne. Copy and poppies is way in India. Let me see this. Just a second. Roses are red, violets are blue. Do these bumps on my dick look contagious to you? Happy VD. Goodness. Back in the day, you had to be careful of those things. Then they invented the birth control pill, and things got even worse. Believe it or not. Yeah, I'm not going to take it seriously today. This is going to be a funny stream. So I'm going to be Ozzy Osbourne. Is it? No shades on Friday. Always lost on nothing else. Yeah, no, my sunglasses got destroyed, actually, unfortunately. This is the third time this has happened. Mike the Whoop, clank motherfuckers. Tarl, I hope all your shit is good. Thanks for sharing your brain with all of us. Yeah, I just got word from my lawyer, actually. The DA hadn't sent over a discovery yet, so he's filing a motion. I don't know what the hell is going on. I'm either going to get fucked in the ass, and, hopefully it's a good ass fucking, or I'm going to skate completely and everything will be dismissed, I'm assuming. So I have no clue. I've gone completely insane. I mean, I was insane to begin with, but more insane, I wish I had my aviators on. It would make me look 10 times cooler doing the Ozzy Osbourne accent. I could do good, Ozzy. It's not difficult. You just you have to have a British accent to stumble over your words. That's a big problem. Barack Obama, helicopter your dick in their general direction. Chewy Fernandez, happy Valentine's Day, Sticks. Any plans? I'm gonna go deep. Have fun with that, my friend. When you're on stage, you go backstage, you always go deep. Bisjack, have a Valentine's flower. I thank you very much. Hopefully it's one of the opium kind. You can use that for other purposes. Cyrus Bluebird, you wondered whether the radiotropic fungi in Chernobyl are edible. Sadly, they're in the black mold family, so expect them to be toxic. How sad. Damn. I love the Pepsi Twist commercial with the Osbournes. When Ozzy did that commercial, that was like peak MTV era. And it's like, Dad, we need you to see this. And he's fumbling around with the treasure. Not right now. Just give me a second. What is it then? And then they say, this isn't really Pepsi. It's not. It's Pepsi Twist. You're a bunch of loony Britishers. And then they say, and by the way, we're not the Osbournes. You're not? No, we're the Osmonds. And it's that country rock band or something. I'm a little bit country, I'm a little bit rock and roll. And then he's like, Sharon, the kids have turned to the Osmonds. And then it's like, the lead singer of the Osmonds is there in bed next to him saying, oh, there, dear, go back to sleep. That was funny. Black Metal Haven. I can't listen to this anymore, man. Lose the dumb accent. See you tomorrow. Well, that's fine. Sir Thomas Drake. Happy Valentine's Day, clankers. My old lady is getting spoiled tonight. Wishing the same for all other clankers' significant others. Yeah, I'm assuming that there's going to be a lot of fucking going on tonight. I like how some people who have arrived on the channel more recently expect me to take things seriously. I'm sitting here in pirate outfit. Have you not been on the channel that long? Yeah, I'm going to take things seriously. That's going to happen. Alan Smithy, I'll give you $10 to stop using that accent. Okay. Nick C, at least Sticks ain't sounding like the Krasenstein sisters. Lol. Yeah, no, if I start sounding like that, stage an intervention. Andrus Sobel, hey Sticks, who dies first? Hunter Biden from overdose or Joe Biden from natural causes? I think that Hunter is kind of in remission. So I would say Joe probably goes first, but it remains to be seen. We're never exactly sure. Real Sebastian Monroe, you're flashing me back to my youth with the Pepsi Twist commercial. Try not to eat a bat, Aussie Sticks. Yeah, apparently there was a funny story about Ozzy. He thought that the bat that was tossed to him when he was on stage was fake. And so as a joke, he bit its head off. He didn't actually eat it, but he bit its head off. Then he realized it was real. He had no clue. There was another time in which he was blackout drunk and high and on probably 5 or 6 substances. And apparently he got mostly naked and he was parading around, like standing on the table in front of a bunch of corporate executives, Sieg Heiling. And Sharon told him later, and he was like, yeah, I don't know what happened. And then she told him what happened, and he was like, oh, shit. Fuck. I gotta say, Ozzy has my respect. Oscar Gonzalez, along with your head cold, have you had digestive issues? Strange virus floating around. No, but that's because they use kombucha and mushroom pills. I will advertise those later. Yeah, Ozzy, he went completely insane around the early 1980s. Well, he was always insane, but and there was one incident where he was marching around a table, Sieg Heiling, in front of corporate executives. I think that he pissed on them as well, if I remember correctly. I don't know. Sir Thomas Drake, did you ever see that episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark where the Halloween mask fuses to the little girl's head and body? That's you and this tricorn hat. I think I did. I liked that show. Boxcar Hobo. Currently fed probationaries are getting canned. Valentine's Day Massacre. Can go see the salt mines Reddit Fed news. Goodness. CJ, Ozzy took LSD every day for a year, and cocaine, and weed. He was notorious for that, and probably alcohol, generally speaking. That's at least the 4 big substances. We're not sure what others he tried. Nick, did you see Lindy Lee, former operative of the DNC, said she knew for a fact that Hunter and Obama were running the White House after Joey's debate? Yeah, I did see that, actually. I do have one thing, by the way, to bitch at Donald Trump about. Apparently, the other day on TV, he said that the United States did not need to improve its nuclear arsenal. I disagree with this. I think that you have to have a big 3. You have to have very small, like battlefield nukes. That's to wipe out a column or something like that. Highly accurate mid-range nukes, half a megaton, something like that to wipe out intermediate targets. And then you have to have the big toys that make the noise. Something along the lines of China's missiles. Some of them carry up to 10 megatons. If you could get a bunch of Castle Bravos, it would be an intimidating threat to any foreign adversary. The hope is that you avoid war, you avoid death, because nobody wants to fuck with you. That's the whole goal of the atomic arms race. Unfortunately, the United States has fallen behind. China's still manufacturing missiles now. We're not really doing anything, and I see that as a problem. So this is one thing on which I disagree with Trump on. I say this is a goddamn classical liberal. Mike Smith, do you think the next election is going to be a shit show or another landslide? I know it's way too early. That awaits to be seen. We'll have to wait and see. Give it a couple of years. We'll see how it kind of depends on how the Trump administration does. If he can get around and circumvent the obstruction and do generally a good job, that would be very beneficial. If he fucks up, if he gets bogged down or distracted, then it'll be a little bit different. Wasted, good morning from the grave. Where's Styx Hexendad? I'm right here, my friend. Copium Poppies, a reminder to check out our music videos, Obsequium and Detached, both available on YouTube and Rumble. Also, sign up for our mailing list at copiumpoppies.com. A good idea, by the way. Good music. I have a feeling that the Democrats are going to try to bog Trump down. If they are successful, they will run a dark horse candidate. So it'll be sort of like 2008. You remember Obama came out of nowhere. Virtually nobody knew who he was, but he delivered a good keynote speech. And that's what they're looking for. On the Republican side, the assumption is that Vance is probably going to be the candidate. He would be a relatively strong candidate, in my opinion, but it depends on what the administration does, what it succeeds at. That's why they're trying to bog it down, because if they can bog down the administration, then all of a sudden the technical incumbent looks a lot weaker. Andrew Seberg, Ozzy also bit the head off a dove at a meeting. Yeah, I heard about that one. Yeah, he bit the head off a bat, but that was accidental. He bit the head off of a dove. He pissed all over corporate executives. He was marching around a table seat, hiling half naked. He's not necessarily the most normal, rational person in the world, which is why I identify with him. Copy. I already read that. F-Winter's loading. Sticks. Trump is a soft reset, but it would be impossible for anyone wanting a hard reset to get elected. They would also likely not have the work ethic and the spine of Trump to deliver on the promises like him. Yeah, I agree with that too. The thing is, you're not going to be able to, and these are my high school pants. Ignore me for a minute. It's not possible to do a drastic drought on the system, so to speak. Copium puppies. Yeah, Bonehead is right. You said you'd bring your dad on today. That is correct. Let me I'll see. I'll see what I can do. Give me a moment. I'm Ozzy Osbourne again. Let me stop the camera. I'll try to bring him on to see if he's willing. Sadly, my father does not want to come on camera at this time. How sad. He said he's in charge of his own destiny when I told him that like 1,000 people wanted him to be bored. CFPB is planning 90% reduction. HUD is planning 50%. USDA is getting waking papers as well as Department of Energy, FSA yesterday and today, says Boxcar Hobo. Excellent. Yeah, he's not really into internet culture the way that I am. Yeah, Papa Sticks is more avoidant of social media and stuff like that. Troy, Destiny. Is Destiny blowing you now? No, thankfully not. Not into that sort of thing. Yeah, I tried to convince my dad to come aboard briefly, but he doesn't want to. And KFD, despite the rumors, Styx does have a father. He wasn't hatched out of an egg. This is a Bant stream. RFK Jr. has been confirmed, by the way. That's other important news. This is good. The liberals are having an absolute mental breakdown over this right now. Oh my God, he's anti-vax. Oh my God, he believes in homeopathy. Oh shit, he believes in healthy eating and stuff like that. What a terrible person. Okay, so he's like, 70% of the population, basically. It's like, I believe in vaccination. I'm not an anti-vaxxer. Some people have misconstrued my views on this particular issue. I do believe in vaccination. It's just that there are certain vaccines that I consider unnecessary. And I believe that they are overloading, especially young people, with them. And this is a fairly canonical view. I don't see any problem. I don't consider this to be an extreme view. Nobody considers themselves an extremist. Even if they're an extremist, they will say, well, yeah, but I mean, there are limitations to the ability of vaccines to actually cause help instead of harm. Real Sebastian Monroe, since he isn't on, tell your dad, welcome home. I'm sure he'll understand what that means. Tee off, show off more vinyl. I'll probably do that as a one-off, maybe tomorrow or something like that. There's an awful lot of it down there. Copium poppies. Try luring him on with spicy biltong and let him wear your gas mask for privacy. That would be funny. All right, everyone. Here's my dad. He's wearing a gas mask because he expects World War III to happen at any time. King of Biltong. Anaho Dave. Very nice. I got my hands on some of those Wagyu picanas. What's a picana? I don't know what that is, actually. You've got all sorts of weird exotic foods. Jesus. Jeremy Tricozzi. Sticks, I heard yesterday that you want to host a spaghetti contest. I could either be your most qualified judge or your fiercest competitor, and our battle would be legendary. Competitor, obviously. That would be fun. I make a pretty competent spaghetti. I don't use it from a can. There's no Prego. There's no ragu. Those are like, I have a skip that I've thought about for years, actually, and I'm going to make it. And it's like a man named Mario. He's gay. And his mother walks in on him getting fucked in the ass by, some other dude. And she's despondent and sad and thinks he's going to hell. And she's thinking about killing herself. And so his friend Antonio talks to him in a thick Italian accent, of course, and it's comedic in nature, and says that they're going to concoct a plan to tell her that basically he borrowed money from the mafia, and he was afraid of getting screwed over, and because he couldn't pay it back, so he let the dude fuck him in the ass, basically. And then there's a second one that I thought of where his boyfriend leaves Mario, and Antonio's ranting about this and says he knows that he's depressed because he's got ragu on the shelf, and he's like, you make the best sauce in the world and stuff like that, and obviously you're depressed. There's a reason for this. We'll find you a new boyfriend. And then there's a third one where Mario has made his sauce and has made a meal, but nobody wants to eat it because they think he has AIDS or something like that. And Antonio's trying to describe how they're going to manage the situation. It's I've got a weird sense of humor. Let's put it that way. Ski 518. Canadians crying over Trump's tariffs, but no problem with their government bending them over with a 20% increased carbon tax hike scheduled to begin April 1st. Yeah, I've noticed the hypocrisy. Rafael Ruiz, longtime listener, first-time super chat. Have you ever heard of the song Vampire Club by Voltaire? It's about a pirate walks in a vampire club. That's absolutely mimetic. Because when I get to New Orleans, I'm going to be dressed as a gothic pirate, and I'm going to go to the vampire club. So yeah. Troy, homoerotica? No. The whole comedic foil is that Mario is he's only mentioned by Antonio, and he's flamingly gay. But his mother is bothered by this. His family thinks he's got AIDS, and he gets depressed when he's left by his gay lover and ends up buying ragu because he no longer has the power to make his own sauce, basically. It's a little bit warped. Admittedly, I make some great goddamn sauce, by the way. I make tacos like Mexicans. I make marinara sauce like Italians. And I make Indian food like Indians because I've learned from these people. Most gringos don't understand these things. Copium Poppies, ragu makes some decent pizza sauce. It's acceptable. That's all I can say for it. I guarantee you I can make a better pizza sauce. Also, there's one thing that I wanted to say. This is in the culinary sense. When you're making tomato sauce, the amount of sugar that you add to it, or whatever sweetener you're using to cut it with, depends on what you're making it for. So with pizza, you want it a bit sweeter, a little bit less for the spaghetti or the linguine or something like that, a little bit less than that for sloppy joes and stuff like that. And so it goes on down the line. And then, of course, if you're doing chili, you're not really sweetening it at all. The fact is that everyone has their own tastes. And so anytime I weigh in on food, like if I weigh in on politics, it's like everyone's pretty much on board. If I weigh in on religion, yeah, some people will say that I'm a heretic and I'm going to hell. If I weigh in on food, 50% of the goddamn audience will tell me I'm an asshole. It's just the way that it works. Aquafan, just yesterday I found out I got accepted into a PhD program in music theory. Good. Very excited, but also a little nervous, waiting now to see if I'll receive a scholarship and or teaching assistantship. Congratulations to you, my man. Garrett Thomas, hey Sticks, do you think liberals, TDS, MDS, is genuine hatred for Trump or some sort of social engineering and virtue signal they've been taught to do? Depends on the person. I think that it's a mixed bag, basically. Ketchup in marinara. Well, your username, Black Magic, is definitely apt. No, ketchup does not go in a marinara. WSE Lack. My food hot take is pineapple on pizza is good. I agree with you. Sean Young, do you put anchovy in your sauce? No, but anchovy on pizza is fine. Ray Atkinson, Sticks, a restaurant in Greenfield Village, Mississippi, part of Henry Ford Museum, has used pasta straws for years. That's a good idea. I mean, I talked about that earlier. So like Trump's idea of removing the paper straws and transferring to plastic, it's like it's kind of a mixed bag situation. Metal straws are the best, but the Italians managed to invent the concept of pasta straws. Well, I mean, you could do worse. They're biodegradable. They probably won't affect the flavor unless you're, swilling your drink. So, oh, am I Michigan? Sorry. I thought it was Mississippi. Copium poppies, Manwich is the only acceptable sloppy joe sauce. I make my own, and I make it well. If winter's loaded, why are some on the right so pro-Gaza and Palestine? I thought we were anti-terrorism. Hamas was duly elected and still enjoys support from Gazans. Trump's relocation plan should happen. That one is so fraught with legacy media propaganda that I've pretty much stopped talking about it, actually, at this point. Real Sebastian Monroe, would you try Japanese ankake spaghetti? It's got ketchup in it. Yeah, I'd try it. I'll try pretty much anything once unless it has candy corn in it. Somebody will super chat about candy corn. Emperor Soft Turtle, listening to places like Bulwark and Pod Save to better understand the enemies is at once hilarious and sad. JVL is the dumbest one, and he just outright screams, I hate the voters and I am a communist. Many such people. Bog, eat candy corn. Yeah, I knew that somebody was going to, post about that. That was a difficult day. Vomiting repeatedly is not fun. If it was just ketchup and peanut butter, it wouldn't have been a problem. Sign of Jonah. Sticks, please listen to my songs here on Rumble. I recommend She Cried and Chicken and the rest of them. Please follow me, y'all. Please, pretty please. All right, follow Sign of Jonah over on Rumble. Delicious goat meal. Wouldn't copper straws be healthier than metal? Well, copper is a metal, but that's beyond the point. We've got metal straws available. By the way, let's get to our sponsors, actually. We've got cultivated-mind.com, where you can get delicious mushroom pills, boost energy, help your immune system. I rotate them, generally speaking. This is the only one that I've got on my desk, though. We've got pumpkinfirecrafts.us, where you can get bookmarks, keychains, belt chains, engraved spoons, and much, much more. They've got glassware available now as well. BiltongUSA.com. Use code STICKS for 10% off, by the way. And you can get Biltong. That's the big draw. You can also get Bovrite. Yeah, baby. This is probably my favorite product, actually, that Anton sells. I mean, the Biltong is great and all. Bovrite on toast is delicious. I just randomly eat it on stream. And there's a reason for that. Nice and briny. And we've got Stick, Sex, and Hammer mugs and tumblers available as well. Wicked Needle Embroidery.bigcartel.com. You can get Stick, Sex, and Hammer hats. Well, you can't get tricorns. You can get baseball caps. Several colors and varieties are available there as well. HeritageHeirloomSeedCompany.com, where you can get a seed survival bucket. We've also got Stick, Sex, and Hammer soap. There are two varieties available. There's the lavender marjoram, which is the pink bar, and then there's the cedar, clove, and blueberry, which is the blue bar. Blueberry, so naturally a blue bar. Sort of a hers and his sort of arrangement. Both of them are great. Actually got a shipment earlier from Heritage Heirloom. So I've got several extra bars of soap, which I'm glad about because I was running a little bit low there. Websterswares.com/sticks-wares. You can get blades. You can get beanies, an homage to Tim Pool. Also, you can get metal straws. If you just get one of those, you can carry it around. You'll never need a plastic or paper straw again. So it sort of makes sense when you think about it. Also, we got jackets and a few other things available. I think there's still some of the Trump merchandise as well. And then finally, jamandbean.com, the home of official Clank coffee. Trust me, once you try this, you're never going to drink another coffee in your life. Maybe Coffee Brand coffee. I'll give an homage to the quartering. But, Jam and Bean is really great. And they've also got a bunch of teas available as well. It's like I'm probably going to one of the cafes locally later, and they've got a shit ton of tea. I'm thinking about telling whoever runs the restaurant, hey, you should probably stock this. It would be a big hit. It's also in similar bags, by the way. Lord of the Ree. I forgot about all the children in Gaza who voted for Hamas. Guess they all deserve to die too. Anyone who thinks the situation is as simple as Israel good, Hamas bad is a literal retard. I agree with that. By the way, to Anton, yes, indeed, this beef bovrite is much better than either Marmite or Vegemite. You really just eat it like that. It's sort of like eating, imagine an improved but slightly saltier version of beef bouillon. That's basically what it is. Delicious, actually. BW Sticks, is Trump going to do anything about taxes? I see they're moving to the IRS now. I believe so. Tasmanot, blasphemy, Vegemite is king. I have had Vegemite. I've also had Marmite. Bovrite is the best of the three. Oh, and could you call out GB Trolling? He is a hysterical comedy channel who mocks libtards from TikTok. No news or direct politics. Okay, we can call out GB Trolling. BW, I see a kitty on there. Spasdix Boogie. I was addicted to soap for 30 years, but I'm clean now. If winter's loading sticks for next live, can you wear a tux, a top hat, and smoke a cigar? Well, I wouldn't smoke a cigar, and I don't own a top hat. I can wear my tux, though. I do actually have a suit. Last time I walked into the court, though, I was dressed pretty much like this. I'm going Gothic pirate mode. That's my new look. Harrison Bergeron. Has anyone ever met anyone that admits to working for the IRS? I never have. Neither have I. I mean, I don't think that the average IRS worker is necessarily corrupt or terrible person or something like that. It's just that the function of the Federal Bureau itself and its management is corrupt and terrible. That's what I think. It's like, I'm sure there's probably some IRS worker that's watching the video right now, the stream that I'm making. Statistically, that would be fairly likely. I don't have a problem with some random IRS worker as long as they're doing a good job. Please don't audit me, by the way. But the management structure, the bureaucratic hierarchy, that's a little bit different. The same with the military. I don't have a problem with any random soldier, but the military brass, they tend to be corrupt. And sometimes the soldiers get mistreated. So you can have respect for a branch of the military, like, for instance, in my case, mainly the U.S. Marines. I have great respect for the U.S. Marines. If you look at the training that they go through, it's fundamentally insane. The fact that they've managed to actually become Marines is, in some cases, fucking inexplicable. But the brass that controls the Marines is a little bit different. And the bureaucrats that influence the Marines also are different. This is why we lost the Vietnam War. If you had simply unleashed several tens of thousands of U.S. Marines in Vietnam and said, go crazy, and given them basic logistic support, they would have killed everyone in the fucking country. But the bureaucracy got involved. And that's why we lost the Vietnam War. Not that the Vietnamese are bad fighters themselves. Fuck, they defeated China a couple of times as well in the same period of time. And other than the French, nobody has been able to successfully occupy them, actually. Nicholas Shackelford. Styx likes taxes. Nope. That's why he's a pirate. No, I believe in boarding your vessel and taking your money. It's not a tax. It's robbery. Ray pissed. My girlfriend and I have constant arguments about the washing mushrooms thing. Shit. Where do I fall on this issue? It depends on the kind of dish you're putting it in. If you're cooking the mushrooms, you do not need to wash them because they're being cooked. If you're not cooking the mushrooms, like say you're chopping them up for some whack-ass salad or something, then you need to wash them. See, again, food is the biggest denominator of public debate. Politics and religion pale in comparison to anything food related. Yeah, so it's insane. When I'm sauteing them off, like in a stir fry or something, I don't bother to wash them because normally they've been washed to begin with. There's not, a bunch of dirt on them and shit. Lord of the Ree. Not our business, and we shouldn't be involved on either side. Israel funded Hamas to make the idea of a two-state solution seem absurd. Remember the USS Liberty? Yes, I do, by the way. Stolen nukes? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Aquafan, with reference to my last message, I may be moving to Ohio or northern Kentucky for school. I lived in central Florida my whole life. Anything I should know or keep in mind for this big move? I've never lived in Ohio or Kentucky, so I can't really give any guidance on that one. Copium poppies. Taxation is not theft. It's, by definition, armed robbery and extortion. Pre-59 Cuban. Show us more leg sticks. Okay. Show musket. I don't have a musket, but I do have something else here that all of you will probably find very interesting. And yes, I do have my cutlass right here. I've got something from like 100 years ago or some shit. It is empty. I do not have any blasting powder in this. This is a powder keg. Originally, this was filled with black powder for refilling muskets, blowing up tree stumps, and all the other things that were done at the time with it. And so, yeah. Oh, it's upside down. Sorry. Yep. That used to be full of gunpowder. This is about 100 years old or something like that. When was this actually made? I'd have to look up the company, I guess. I'm assuming it doesn't exist anymore. But yeah, Hazardville Company. Yeah. Hazard powder. Yeah. I keep this under here. It doesn't have anything in it anymore. It's empty, but there was a liquidation of one of my relatives. Yeah, there was a storage facility actually, and he had all sorts of crazy shit in it. That was just one example of it. All sorts of weird shit, and yeah, there were powder horns, powder barrel, old hoeing equipment, scythes, and stuff like that. Yeah, I wonder if they still exist. It doesn't look like they exist anymore. Now it's like 100 years old. So I've got my own powder keg. So if anyone attacks me with a cannon, I can make like Treasure Island, put a wick in it, fill it with powder, and then throw it at the cannon, I guess. Ram Bam. The barrels and horns were empty, I hope. Black powder is unstable. One of the horns was completely full. When I realized that it was full, I said, shit. And so I decided to dump the powder out. Your friendly neighborhood weenie dog, Mexican here. Do you think the U.S. might incursion into here to unlive narcos? It's possible. We're not exactly sure. We'll see what happens diplomatically. I like Mexico. Great food, by the way. Aquafan, sorry, I was more referencing the cold. Moving from Florida to Ohio and Kentucky, I know will be much colder. Any advice for cold weather, and what do I do when it snows? Get snow tires, get a good coat, because otherwise it's going to be difficult for you to maintain it, and that's pretty much all you can do. Kentucky wouldn't be that cold, I think. I mean, by my standards, I'm from Vermont. I'm right on the Canadian border, so my idea of cold is going to be different from a Kentuckian's idea of cold, certainly from a Floridian's perspective. So, yeah, I would get a good sweater and brace for some snow. I mean, if you're in Kentucky, you're not going to get that much, but that's, again, by my standards. We're about to get a winter storm this weekend, for example, that might drop several feet of snow. Like the snow will be above your knees. This happens frequently in New England. Be glad you're not going to school at Syracuse or UVM. Oh, God. I can't stop eating this. Anton, my dude. I want like... Got a little bit too much saltiness there on that one. Anton, I need a couple more of those. Flavor is spectacular. F. Winters loading. Leftoids. Oh no, tariffs on Colombia will make my caramel frappuccino more expensive. Realist. Relax, princess. We'll just get our coffee from Brazil now. You can still have your frappe. Mm. Ha ha ha. There are 2 more on the way, man. Oh, thank you, Anton. Yeah, it's very salty. Normally, you would spread a small amount of that on like a piece of toast or something like that, but the flavor is excellent. I don't know, where is this coffee sourced, by the way? Let me see, actually. Ingredients: 100% coffee. That's how you know it's good. I can't remember exactly where the coffee from Jam and Bean is sourced. Wherever it's sourced from, though, it's roasted to perfection, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, these pants that I'm wearing that some people are noticing, I literally wore them in high school. I got in trouble once, actually, with my TA teacher. You know, you go in for TA before you go to classes and shit like that. She thought I was making a fashion statement. You should have seen the look on her face when I said, I can't change out my pants. This isn't a fashion statement. I'm fucking poor. I've got holes in my knees because I can't afford another pair of pants. And that was the truth, by the way. And she sort of went blank and then just sort of, it was funny. King of Biltong, shout out to my wife, Nicole. It's her birthday on Valentine's today. Well, congratulations. Happy birthday and happy Valentine's Day. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, no, I was gonna get in trouble because I had holes in my pants. I'm like, I can't afford anything else. The only reason I'm wearing them right now, because these I keep mainly for nostalgia, because I can still fit into my pants from high school and I'm almost 40. So I consider that to be a mild accomplishment. The only reason I'm wearing these is because all of my gothy pants, I generally wear black pants, are in the wash at the moment. Baron von Blair, I have the same cough sticks. Wonder if it's a mutation of the man-made one. Yeah, I don't understand. Whatever virus is going around, it went straight to my lungs. Then it went to my nose. It's still drippy now, a little bit less now. It almost went to my ears at one point. It was like a weird head cold. And then it went back down to the lungs and the throat. And my throat hurts at the moment. I think I've got bronchitis or something from it. I have no clue. Gristle lumps. Do you shave your legs? Absolutely not. Shaved my cock and balls a couple of times. Made it look like a diseased vulture, I suppose. I'm not really a fan. I just keep it hairy, like a prairie. Queen O'Biltong. Thank you, Sticks and everyone, making me shy today. Yes, happy birthday. F. Winters loading. Trump must be relieved now that Musk's derangement syndrome is giving him a well-earned break. Yeah. The thing is that they're fighting on multiple fronts, and they don't really like having to do this. Copium poppies. Buy Trump coin. Let's take that shit to the moon. Disclaimer. That is copium poppies suggestion. Sigil stone. You heard it here. Sticks has been getting into a high schooler's pants. Yes, exactly. I first wore these when I was 14, actually, believe it or not. Yeah, it's one pair of pants. It's all battered and beaten, like it's, decades old. I'm never getting rid of them. I should fucking frame them. Oh, yes. Cultivated Mine, Heritage Heirloom, and a few other sites have sent me test samples of various things. Jam and Bean as well. I've got to test those out. I think I'll test them all out and then make like a multi-review or something like that. I don't know. I think I look cool like this. Okay, now I'm a hippie pirate, I suppose. Alan Foster, can you summarize China paper tiger for people who don't know? Yes. China's economy is a facade. It's a facade capitalism. That's the only way they prop themselves up. It's highly centralized, and so if the party makes any major mistake, they fucking collapse. What they do is they'll say to a business, you can exploit the workers, you can exploit the environment, and everything will be fine. Just toe the party line. Jack Ma, one of the wealthiest people in the world, learned this the hard way. He didn't toe the line and criticize Chinese state policy. He disappeared for a month. He was in a re-education camp and struggle sessions and shit. And this has happened over and over again. Eventually, I believe that the people of China will revolt, actually. Ice Pole. I found out today that Whoopi Goldberg's real name is Karen. Shame it's not spelled Karen, but still ironic. Yeah, a little bit. Oscar Gonzalez, what's the flag behind you? And it is in patch form. It's a pirate flag, don't you know? Dead men tell no tales. Sent by a subscriber, of course. Incognito, I feel like Styx could front a stoner rock band with the pirate look. Our pirate in blue jeans, don't you know? King of Biltong. Get back to eating healthy by adding some tasty, high-protein biltong to your diet. Packed with B12, iron, zinc, creatine, and much more. Get some at biltongusa.com. Use code STIX for 10% off. You can get other stuff, too. You can get, the fucking Wolverine, and I can't stop eating it. You've gotten me addicted to this. The upper-class version of Vegemite. Absolutely goddamn delicious. Can't wait to put it in a soup or something like that. Sigil, happy pirate? More like a Somali pirate. Yeah, I would need a motorboat for that. F. Winter's loading. I wish we could have a sane Democratic Party. Yeah. What's dangerous for democracy is that they're completely bonkers, and we have only one semi-sane major party in America. Oh, I guess the Queen of Biltong says more Bovright should be there today. Oh, hell yeah. Well, I'm having a good Valentine's Day. Bovright? Yeah. Let's celebrate. That's what I'm talking about. Copium. Does anyone else think Styx's dad looks like Charlie Manson? I bet he does. Not even close. He keeps his head shaved, pretty much bald. And yeah, he doesn't look anything like Charles Manson. Harrison, no, we don't really, I look more like my mom. Harrison Bergeron. Someone needs to remind all the Dem members of the House and Senate that their staff was not elected either. True. Yeah, we're going to have some fucking pirate metal. Maximum privilege. Let me get a shout out from my X account, Max _ privilege, and 3 years single is long enough. If any beautiful clanker ladies are also alone, it doesn't need to be so for so long. Hit me up on X. I'm 39 years old in Texas. Yeah, we've got a lot of hot clanker ladies, let me tell you. Some of them chat frequently. There are a lot of hot ladies in Clankdom. Thousands of them. It's like an army of hot chicks. And I love it, by the way. Belle of the Bayou. Thank you, Styx. Yeah, we've got all sorts of hot clanker ladies. Styx chicks. Pog, like the one you touched on the stream. Yeah, I know. Plagueman. Hailstorm. Heard of them. I've heard their music. And the Dread Crew of Oddwood are some good pirate bands. Arr, matey. Clankettes galore, says Mist. Indeed. I mean, you know, if you're an attractive lady, hopefully you're also intelligent. That means you're probably, there's a trifecta. That means you're probably also a little psychotic, which means you're going to be drawn to channels like mine. Grab them by the goofy. God, I can't stop eating it. I know it's a little bit like, imagine if you've never had Vegemite, Marmite, or Bovrite. Imagine something that is very briny and salty and very much on the savory side. The Bovrite is definitely the most savory because it's beefy. And so it's definitely the best of the three. Vegemite's good. Marmite's good. There's nothing wrong with them. But you only need to use a very small amount. Like if you're having a couple pieces of toast, you're going to need about as much as will cover 1/2 of the blade of a butter knife for both pieces. That's all you're going to need. Sigil, these chicks, that's a very disrespectful way to talk about these bitches. I love all my female clankers. Jason, Alberta. I've had Vegemite and Marmite, not the other you mentioned. It's Bovrite. It's from South Africa. This is definitely the best of the three. Nothing wrong with Vegemite and Marmite. I mean, they're good. They're still tasty, but they're not as tasty as Bovrite. The South Africans have perfected the art of the deal on this one. I have to side with Team South Africa on this particular occasion. Defenders Lodig, take Bernie Sanders over Elizabeth Warren any day. I don't know that I would. And I say this as a Vermonter, so I'm one of his constituents. Bernie Sanders has lost his fucking mind. I mean, he did long ago, but, you know, he's lost it even more now. Nicholas Shackelford, Sticks can have a stroke on stream from that salt. I'll eat the whole container if somebody pays me enough. Maximum privilege. That's part of why I decided to take the shot out here, because any woman who's tuning into Sticks is bound to be several tiers more intelligent and better looking than in other places. I agree with you 100%. Clankettes are the best women in the world. Tiny Titmouse, dip some candy corn in it. Are you trying to kill me? Yeah. Holy shit. Yeah, that would go over real well. Let me puke on my live stream. Truth Social live stream. Jim exposed 10 Hollywood pedophiles today, and your favorite actor is one of them. Watch at your own risk. Join now. I wonder if this is reality or fantasy. Just a sec. Oh, that's a Telegram chat. Don't take that link. That's spam. Okay, someone's getting banned. Someone's getting muted. Sorry about that. By Jim, do you mean Mr. Mediker? Because that's a Telegram. I blocked him. How much salt is in this, by the way? Actually, there's not that much salt in it at all. What? That has to be a misprint. There's no chance that there's only 1.15 milligrams of sodium per serving with 22 in the container. There's no chance of that. That's got to be a misprint of some sort. of some kind. I don't give a shit. It's delicious anyway. Who gives a fuck? I'm going to keep eating it. Anton supplies me with all the greatest shit. Cultivated mind. Oh shit, it almost poured out. No, it's gelatinous. Yeah, cultivated mind, Anton, all of these others, all of the great people in the world. It's good to have your own business, that's what I'm saying. Straight up metal detecting. Did you show your coin collection yet? I collect. I didn't actually yet. Shit. I was going to try to get my dad on stream, but he didn't want to go on stream. And then I forgot about the coins. I'll have to do that. Well, I'll just grab them now. Give me like 5 minutes, everyone. Let me go to the bathroom. I'll extend the live stream. I'll grab the coins, and we'll have some fun. Yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about. By the way, please send no more super chats. I mean, I may not be able to read all of them out, so I'm going to stop the cam and mute myself right now, and I'll go to the bathroom and then, no, not pooping hammer, peeing hammer, and then I'll be right back. Copium Poppy 6, have you gotten checked for Wilford Brimley disease, aka diabetes? Apparently, pissing a lot is a symptom. Sigil, keep eating that. In the next video featuring you will start. Tarl Warwick was a 39-year-old live streamer presenting to an emergency room with hypernatremia, anemia, meaning presence in blood. Goodness. Anyways, I've got my coins. Here's my coin collection. Arr, I've got my booty. Yeah, I've got my treasure. I want to try to find the Australian penny if I can. I've got coins from all over the world. Like 100 different countries, actually. This is Costa Rica. This is from Mexico. I've got coins from pretty much everywhere. England, of course. Yeah. I'm going to try to find that one Australian penny that I found that one time in the stream, if I can. Also, some pressed coins. You know, you take a penny and you put it in those machines in like museums or aquariums and places like that. It's like commemorative. This one is from Legend of Champlain. And it's a Canadian coin, by the way, that was pressed. Canadian did that. This one is... hey, look, it's Winston Churchill. Ha ha ha. Yeah, I love coins. This one is East Africa, 1941, 10 cents. And I've got like old US currency. I'm going to try to find the Australian one, though. That's my favorite of all. It's a huge ass coin. Yeah. Look at that. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I've got Israeli coins. I've got Canadian coins. I've got English coins. I've got basically everything. Is this one? No, that's not the one. That's a Mexican coin. Yeah, the Australian penny from the, I think the 1930s is, I think, the biggest coin that I have. Old nickel, actually still in the wrapper there. Oh, Kennedy. They need to make these more, the Kennedy $50. I love those. I also like the Susan B. Anthony dollars. Those are fun. Where are you? What's this? I think this is from Italy. 10 cents from Italy, an old coin. This is from... doesn't even seem to have a date on it. Okay, well, I don't know how old you are then. It's impossible to tell. Yeah. Try to find... Jesus. I've got a bunch of old British currency, too. £1, that's what I'm talking about. Is it Aussie was using these back in the day? Big problem. I don't know. I'm obsessed with coins. I mean, I've got this many for a reason. And this is only part of the collection. I'm just trying to find the Australian one. I really wanted to show that one off. I can't seem to find it, though. If I could dump these out on the side, get the vinyl out of the way and stuff, I can go through it more easily. All right, guys. You gotta go down there for a moment. This is a very mature live stream, by the way. People are just talking about random shit on a live stream. Just trying to move things a little bit here. I'm a little bit disorganized with regards to my setup here, admittedly. And I don't know why I have a stack of napkins there. I don't even know. I don't even know where these came from, honestly. That happens all the time. All right. Well. Oh, shit. They're all over the place. Yeah, I got French coins and all sorts of stuff. The old French coins, by the way, before they adopted the euro, were way, way better. They looked much, much nicer. Is that the one? No. Wait, is it? I don't know that that's the one. This one was an enormous coin. And yeah, I mean, literally, I've got treasure on my desk at the moment. I've gone full pirate. I've lost my mind. My sanity is slipping very, very quickly. No, that's not it. Old dimes, by the way, totally silver. I've got a lot of silver and copper coinage, like the old school stuff that actually is coins instead of being piles of zinc, basically. Damn it, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. Oh, ancient Chinese coin. These are fairly common, actually. They're not very valuable, but they're still pretty cool. They used to have these in ancient China, like, hundreds of years ago. And they had a little square, actually, in the middle. And different minting marks and stuff like that. More pesos. Where is the Australian penny, though? This is not the one. This one, I think. Oh, this is the okay. It's this one. Here you go. This is the Australian penny from 1931 that I found actually in the river. I was on a field trip and I just randomly found it. It was just in among the rocks. Somebody must have tossed it aside for good luck or something. So for whoever tossed it into the river, I'm sorry, I stole your good luck. And thankfully, I've had plenty of it. It's my favorite coin of all. I should probably put this on the wall or something. 1 penny, 1931, Commonwealth of Australia. What does this say on the front? Georgius Gibrit Omni Rex FD Ind Imp. I don't exactly know 100% what that means, but it was in perfect condition. I mean, it's basically mint, actually. It must have been preserved by the water for an extended period of time, and it was really great. My favorite, though, are Mercury dimes. Mercury dimes are my favorite coin of all time. I've thought about getting several sheafs of them, actually. Let's see what else we got. Ha ha ha. Costa Rica. Yeah. Where is this from? Sometimes I don't know what country they're from because it's in foreign script. I think this is an Indian coin, actually. This one's from Costa Rica. Also, the other one that I really, really like, back when the UK held Caribbean territories, they had this one coin with a ship on the back of it. I've got several in here somewhere, and I really, really loved those. I thought they were great. It was like a 25-cent piece or something like that. Those ones were excellent. There's some old quarters, 1943. So effectively, it's pure silver. I've got old nickels. I got some buffalo nickels. Those are pretty basic bitch, but they're still fun to collect. Lots and lots of wheat ear pennies. I think I've got probably 200 or 300 of these. Piles and piles of coins. Where's this one from? I think that's new pence. Yes, indeed. From England. Oh, my. Canadian money. I used to get Canadian dollars like this. I used to think that they were really cool because I thought they were made of gold. Of course, they're not actually made of gold, but at the time as a little kid, I thought so. And the fact that their edge is not completely circular, it's actually like edged. Thought that was funny. Who's spamming now? Oh, for the love of God. Tired of this bullshit. Copium poppies, spammer is back. Yeah, I just banned them. Real Sebastian Monroe, how much would a boat cost and where would you have it docked? Lake Champlain? Got to get that ship funded and crewed, Captain Sticks. Yeah, I'm thinking I do want to get like an old trawler, and I'm serious when I say this. They're not that expensive, actually, when you look into them. You probably have to do some repairs and shit like that. If you get an old trawler for 50, 60, then, you can dock it pretty much anywhere. I would think, though, if I'm going to absorb that kind of cost, I've probably moved to the ocean, like the coast, and it'll be on the ocean. And then I can, go fishing and make live streams of it and then sell the fish. Doc Holiday. My mom used to give me mercury dimes. I could get anything off the ice cream truck, some things for 2 to 10 cents. Yeah, I'm old. Mercury dimes, my favorite coin of all time, bar none. Oh, I love this one. This is a Greek coin. Look what's on it. It's an owl, of course. By the way, I do have blood on my hand. That's because dry weather has caused me to have a nosebleed, and I didn't fully clean it off. I apologize. But yeah, that's one of my other favorite coins. I'll put that with the Australian coin. Oh, yes. Got all sorts of things. Which one's this one? 1 penny from 1966. Queen Elizabeth, of course. When she was younger, quite clearly. Now she's a corpse. That's also pence. Where was this one from? I can't remember. I think that one's Greek too. That's to Paxmus, I think it's pronounced. I'm not 100% sure. Some of these coins, by the way, are higher quality than the other. You'll also notice. Some countries mint coins and they're effectively just zinc blanks or steel blanks. This one's, for example, from Denmark. 25 whatever denominations they have there. I'm not 100% sure. Somewhere here I have some other odd currency. Oh, this one's interesting. Here's a buffalo nickel, but it was turned into a button of some sort, which is interesting. It doesn't have a year on it. It's very well worn because, of course, somebody had that on their bolo tie or something like that. I love currency. This one's from... where's this one from? Oh, this one's from Cuba. Look at this little Cuban coin. Pretty cool, actually. Yeah, I've got it from, I guess, 100, maybe 120 countries, something like that. Yeah, I'm sitting here next to a literal pile of treasure. And I'm wearing a pirate hat and a pirate coat. About to go to the pirate capital of the world. Again, I'm a very, very mature individual. I take everything very seriously. It happens all the time. Copy and Poppies. Dude, build an old-timey style pirate ship. No, I think we'll need like a retrofitted armored trawler. And I'm serious about this. If Burgess's bill goes through, and there is literally a bounty on cartel members, the best way to stop them would be to try to track them at sea and take them out there and prepare to board, so to speak. It wouldn't be difficult. You wouldn't need a big crew. You'd need like 7, 8 people or something like that. And then you share the booty. Sir Thomas Drake. Saw a video about coin clipping recently. All the comments were turned off for some reason. Yeah, we've got... I could literally spend sometime maybe I'll do like a 10-hour live stream and the only thing I'm doing is showing you these coins or something like that. I've got steel pennies. I've got the old Mexican money. This is 100 pesos from Mexico, but this is from, what year are you from? Some of these coins don't even list the year, but I know that these ones are out of circulation now. Deutsche Bank, 1949. 10 Pfennig. Yes. I won't give you a kind of Pfennig. Where are you from? This is from India, 1995. In 2 Indian rupees. That's not going to be worth a terrible amount of money, but the coin is worth more than the 2 rupees. I've got lira. Pfennig, pounds, euros, pretty much anything under the sun when you think about it. You can still spend these guys. Eisenhower dollar from 1972, still legal tender. Not that you would want to sell it because it's worth more than $1, but you know, this one's in almost perfect condition, actually. It's almost uncirculated. I would say rated as very fine condition or something about that. There's also, that's the other thing. When you're collecting coins, you have to keep in mind the condition. Circulated and uncirculated are different, and there are different grades of circulated. So if something is mint, so it never really went through circulation, it's usually going to be in a plastic packet or something like that. It's going to cost a lot more, number one, and it's going to be worth a lot more, number two. And then there are various conditions. So you've got heavily circulated coins that are basically at this point blanks. You've got good condition, which is like, it's okay. Very good, fine, very fine, and excellent condition. And that's the way that it works. That's the way that it's graded. Sticks, you need to start collecting silver rounds. Got a bunch of silver. I've got several pounds of it, actually. Spocko, I have a leather jacket with buffalo nickels for buttons. That sounds bitchin'. Yeah, I studied coins intently when I was young. I had several books actually on the topic. And so with regards to coin grading, I know what I'm talking about. I'm kind of an expert in the subject. Sigil, can I be in charge of the poop deck on the SS Clankdom? The SS Styx, you mean? Yeah. Yeah, anything above fine, it's like, let me look at a couple of points. Like, for example, this one would be in excellent condition. There's no real wear and tear. It hasn't really been circulated. And by the way, never clean up your coins. Don't do not, no, don't do that. Don't do that. It's a bad idea. This one would be in, good condition, I would say. It's been heavily circulated. It's degraded. Part of the date is no longer readable at the bottom. On the back, it's heavily degraded. That would be in good condition. Same with this one. Well, that one would be probably in very good condition. The back is more degraded than the front. This is just an old nickel, for example. And that's how you do it. Some of them are in excellent condition. Some of them are more degraded. It doesn't really matter, though. They're still coins. Yeah, never, ever, ever clean a coin. Don't do it. Imagine all the diseases on the rupee coin. Well, it hasn't been in circulation for at least several years, so I don't think that there's any diseases on my coinage. But no, the worst mistake you can make if you're coin collecting is say, well, this coin is a little bit dirty. Let me polish it off. Oh boy, yeah. And every other coin collector in the world goes because you're retarded. When you remove the tarnish and clean the coin, you're decreasing its value. There's no reason to clean it. It's still the same coin. Why bother? It's added effort and reduced value. Oh, I loved these, by the way. Back in the day, Canada had a 25-cent piece, a quarter, and it had an elk on the back, actually. I don't know if you can really see that. Yeah, kind of. Okay. You're seeing the blood on my fingers as well. Yeah, I got to clean those. And that was one of my favorite coins, actually, as a kid. We used to get all sorts of crazy currency all of the time because, of course, I was in, where's that from? Oh, the Tahama Islands, which I don't think are a thing anymore. I'll try to show you, yeah. My apologies. Come on, focus. It's got a pineapple on it anyway. Yeah, my apologies for the blood. But I didn't fully scrub off earlier. I got a big problem. So yeah, there's now a huge pile of coins next to me on the desk. Maybe I should just leave them there. Yeah, Sticks, I just saw your blood type. Brad Armstrong, Sticks, show us your shrunken head collection. I don't have one of those. Though if I was offered an actual authentic shrunken head, I would buy it. Yes. And I didn't realize that I had blood all over my hands. My nose has had problems because of the cold weather. Everything is dry. And so when I sneeze or something like that, and there's blood and it gets on, whatever I'm wiping my nose with, and it gets on my hands to an extent, I suppose. Fire burn, that's fucked up to own heads. Yeah, if somebody offered to sell me a shrunken head, though, I'd be like, well, the person's dead to begin with. They no longer have rights. Why not, Plus, it would be a great decor. I could hang it behind me. Yeah, we've got all sorts of stuff. Republic of Nigeria. I know that I have some from countries that literally don't exist anymore. In fact, like a dozen countries that don't exist anymore. Which one is this one? That's an old franc. But French currency, that's not hard to come by. That's not exactly a rarity. There's another Winston Churchill coin. Actually, I think I might have already shown it off. I have some from the old Caribbean possessions, though. Like some of those small nations that used to be owned by colonial powers, actually. I have probably dozens of those. It's just hard to find them. 1923, Commerce and Industry. France, Chambers, Chamber de Commerce. Bon pour 15 centimes. Yeah, little coin. Coins were cooler back years ago. They stayed cool up until about the 1990s, when they, generally speaking, turned into nothing more than planks of zinc. So old coins are definitely, they're collectible for a reason. What's that one? 50. Oh, that's pesos. Okay. Yeah, I got quite a bit of Mexican currency. I think I'm going to collect some more. No cash value. And there's a coin here. And oddly enough, I think it might be for a ship in New Orleans. It's got a steamship on the front of it. And it says no cash value. I'm assuming it's for a literal steamship or a casino or something like that. I've got some casino tokens as well. I just throw them in with the rest of them. They're fun. More lira, lots of meteors. Where is it? Oh, that's from Mexico too. I'm just trying to find some more interesting coins. I mean, there's plenty of them. We could play around for hours doing this, by the way. That would be fun. That's Mexican. Ooh. Where are you? Some of these coins I've had since I was a little kid. Some of them I purchased more recently. Republic of Austria, 1 shilling. Back when Austria used shillings, actually. Greek currency, French currency, Canadian currency. Ha ha ha. Money, money. Anyways, yeah. Anyways, I'm going to go offline because, I've got to shovel that back into the drawer. I do actually, by the way, yes, I do have Chuck E. Cheese tokens, Boink Mess. I actually have a few of those. I have casino tokens, restaurant tokens, apparently steamship tokens or something like that. and money from over 100 countries, plus a bunch of old money from the United States, and it's pretty fun. I'll show off more of the collection maybe later, but that'll be like a one-off video, I think. Because I want to zoom in closer. Fireburn, how many coins did you eat today, Sticks? I did eat a penny once, and no, it just goes through. It's not actually going to harm you, generally speaking, although, disclaimer, I can't recommend eating coinage. Probably it was because it was one of the older pennies, so it was, more bacteria-free or something like that. I got me doubloons. Yeah, I've got a shit ton of them. I'm going to get more of them. I'm going to try to look up that vendor that I got some of the foreign coins from, actually, on eBay, and see if I can't get another couple of packets of that shit, because that's where part of it came from. A lot of it's like, basic bitch Mexican, Canadian, stuff like that, but sometimes there's some great shit in there. And with every purchase, he includes at least one silver coin. Sometimes you even get gold. It's like an enormous estate sale sell-off. I mean, there must have been a ponderous number of coins for him to have continued selling for so long. And yeah, I'll probably do that. Anyways, I'll be back on Monday with the next live stream. Of course, I'll be going live with Jeremy as well. I believe Hannah Claire at 1 p.m. I believe she is hosting on Monday. I will probably not be on live stream for a couple of days thereafter. I have to go to New Orleans, so I won't be able to. I mean, I can, but, whatever. And but I'll make my normal videos as usual. I'll do the same on the weekend, of course, Saturday and Sunday, the next 2 days. And don't worry, there will be plenty of StickSex and content to come. I have no wonder. That's about all. Peace out.